Welcome to AWS Certified Database Specialty Exam. This is Shadab Akhtar. I'm a software consultant and corporate trainer. In this session, I want to discuss about AWS Dynamodb deep dive. Let's understand module introduction. In this module, we will cover what is Dynamodb and hands-on how to create table in Dynamodb through GUI. GUI stands for Graphical User Interface. In this session, I will discuss how to create table in Dynamodb through GUI. In next videos, I will show you how you create table in Dynamodb through CLI, command line interface. Let's understand the definition first. This definition I will keep in description, video description. Let's understand what is Dynamodb. Dynamodb is a fast and flexible non-relational database service for any scale. And Dynamodb enable customer to offload the administration burden of operating system and scaling distributed databases to AWS so that they don't have to worry about hardware provisioning, setup and configurations through capacity planning, replication, software patching, or cluster scaling. We need to understand why we are going for Dynamodb. In traditional IT culture means on-premise environment. If you have a database, your on-premise environment, for example, this database is available in on-premise environment, on-prem. So you need to maintain database team. And problem with this database, for example, request is increasing on this database. And at one level, for example, database utilization is 100%. So what will happen that time? Your database will not respond. It is very painful for the businesses. What do you need? You need to increase the size of your database, and you need a time to do these kind of stuffs. But if you are going for Dynamodb, for example, you are going for AWS Dynamodb. In AWS Dynamodb, Amazon provide a lot of feature. You should not worry about administration burdens. Means you are going to use Dynamodb. So for example, this is Dynamodb. In Dynamodb, automatically size will increase. For example, requesting is coming on Dynamodb. So automatically size will increase. There is an option in Dynamodb. I will discuss in further videos. There is an option on demand provisioning. We'll discuss later. But there is no need of increase the size of Dynamodb. You can upload your unlimited data into Dynamodb. Let's see how you can create Dynamodb tables. So now I want to show you how you can create Dynamodb table. Obviously, for this session, you need basic understanding of AWS. You need AWS account, and you need access on Dynamodb. If you are a root account holder in your AWS account, then directly you can create Dynamodb. If you are IAM user, you need permission of Dynamodb. So you can create a table if you have account in AWS. Let's see how you can create Dynamodb table via the GUI, graphical user interface. Let's see now, I'm just going ahead with my AWS account. Let me click on sign into console. As I already said, you need basic understanding of AWS and you need account in AWS. If you won't have account in AWS, go to aws.amazon.com/free. I will keep this URL in video description. Now I'm gonna click on sign into console. I have already account in AWS. You need to log in root. So you have access. If you have access in a root, you can go ahead with root. If you are working with a company, so most of the time you will be IAM user. If you want to see IAM in my channel, you can go ahead and check IAM deep dive. You will find detailed description about IAM. Let me go ahead and I want to log in as a root user. And I already registered with this Shadab Akhtar AWS 1@gmail.com. I'm gonna click on next. This is security checks. I want to go ahead with this security checks. I'm gonna click on submit. And I want to go ahead with super secret password. I'm gonna click on sign in. This is AWS management console page. There are multiple ways to log in into DynamoDB. I would go ahead with one of option search option. So here I can go ahead with DynamoDB. You can see this is DynamoDB. DynamoDB is a replacement of MongoDB, or you can use MongoDB. These all ideal for big data kind of application, gaming application, or Internet of Thing applications. As you can see, directly showing here in a single line definition, manage NoSQL database, schema-less database, documentation kind of database. I'm gonna click on this DynamoDB option. You will find multiple options in DynamoDB dashboard. In the left-hand side, you will find one of option tables. One of good thing with DynamoDB, we can directly create tables. And rest of the topic I will cover in coming videos. So I'm just going to click on tables. You can see there is no table found. We cannot find a match. If you want to create a table, so there is an option in right hand side upper corner, create table. You can go ahead directly with this option. I'm gonna click on create table. Then there are multiple options. First option, table name. You have to provide a table name. This will be a use to identify your table. In this case, I want to create a table with name Shadab DB Shadab table 1. And then primary key or partition key. You need to understand about a partition key or primary key. Let's see and understand this option. I'm just going to increase the size of font And the partition key is a part of the table primary key. Primary key is uniquely identify records, uniquely identify to item. It has a hash value that is used to retrieve item from your table and allocate data across hosts for scalability and availability. In my case, I want to give UID, user ID, and I want to select data types. I want to select here a number as a UID, user ID, and then, short key. You can use a short key as a second part of the table primary key so that you can search with this column also. The short key allow you to sort for search among all items sharing same partition key. This time, I'm not going for short key. We'll discuss about short key in coming sessions or coming videos. This is optional. I'm not going for this option. And I want to go ahead with default setting. The fastest way to create your table, you can modify the setting now or after your table has been created. And then default setting showing here read write capacity. Using a provision capacity mode, read and write capacity and set 5 unit each with auto scaling enabled. And secondary indexes, we will discuss later about indexes in coming videos. So secondary indexes, no secondary indexes have been created. Queries will be run by using the table partition key and short key only. Next is key management for encryption. This comes under security. This is related to the security. Using AWS owned key, this key is managed by DynamoDB as no extra cost. So you can secure your data in your database with this option. We'll discuss in our security, AWS security specialty exam, or you can double check in my channel about AWS security specialty exam preparation. And then table class, using DynamoDB table standard table class, the default general purpose table class recommended for vast majority of tables that store frequently accessed data, and throughput reads writes as the dominant table cost. Then tag, you can give tag name. Tag are pair of keys and optional values that you can assign to AWS resources. You can use tags to control access to your resources or track your AWS spending. In this, hands-on and practical, I want to go ahead with default setting and I want to create table. I'm gonna click on create table. Now you can see table is created successfully. My table name is Shadab table 1. Status is showing active. And partition key is showing UID. It will be uniquely identified record, uniquely identified to items. So this is enough for my side. For more detailed description, if you have any question related to DynamoDB, deep dive or DynamoDB certified specialty exam or database specialty exam, you can write down in a chat box. It will be enough for my side for today. In the next videos, I will show you how you can access this table via the CLI, command line interface. Bye, take care and subscribe my channel and like if button, click on like button if you like this video. And you can write down any question or query if you have related to this video. Thanks to listen to me. Bye, take care.